Yo, so what's going on, guys? My name is Battlefield, and this is Pwnstar. Now, I want to talk to you guys about something. Before we actually hop into this, this is the part where I'd say be proper in the comments, but instead, it's actually going to reinforce what I think and what I feel. So be yourself in the comments, please do. Now that I said that, you're going to second guess being yourself in the comments, because you don't want me to be right. So let's have some fun, shall we? Now, what I want to talk to you guys about is the Battlefield community and the Call of Duty community. A lot of the viewers can give their input because, well, they watch people from both sides, but most of the commentators have yet to spend any time in both of them. There are very few that have, and most of them that have tried to come over to the Battlefield community have pulled out last minute, which is effective usually. Unfortunately, me, I did not. I stuck. I stayed through it. I want to tell you a little bit of that story about me transferring from Call of Duty over. But I have spent effectively about 2 years in the Call of Duty community on YouTube, and 2 years in the Battlefield community now. So I feel that I have, I guess, good grounds to talk about both of them, seeing as how, I've been a part of both of them for years. So let's talk a little bit about the communities. And there's some things I want to point. Now, if it seems like I'm trying to defend the Call of Duty community, I'm not. It's just I'm trying to bring light to how the Battlefield community is, because the COD community knows what it is. But I think the Battlefield community is in denial and is not willing to accept that they are, too, at fault. So I want to kind of squash that right now. Just understand I'm not defending any community, because it's not a competition on which community is worse, because if that's the case, League of Legends wins every time. But, in fact, something that I need you guys to understand, because this ongoing war is annoying me, and as long as EA keeps paying Call of Duty commentators to come over and review their game and keep bringing that audience over here, it's going to happen. So as much as you don't want your community to change, as much as you don't want Call of Duty players coming over to Battlefield, guess what? EA has different plans. They want more money, so it's going to keep happening. Activision will pick up on this, and they'll do this next year. They're going to grab, if there are any large independent Battlefield commentators, Level Cap, Chowboy, they're probably got a good chance at reaching out and doing the same exact thing. They're poaching for business. So I want to talk to you guys about the Battlefield community. All of you listening right now, I want to do a little test. I want you guys to think about something. Don't speak, don't comment, just think. Close your eyes for me real quick, and I know it's weird when Pwn's asking you to close your eyes. You can tighten your butt too if it makes you feel better. But close your eyes. I'm going to ask you a question. When I ask you this question, I want you to give it 5 seconds, the first thing you think of, leave a comment down below, and tell me what you think of. I'll give you a brief moment. Now the question is, when you think of the Call of Duty community, not the game itself, but the Call of Duty community on YouTube, in the game, the people, what do you think of? Feel free to leave your comment now. Hopefully some of you guys are fast typers, because I'm kind of bored right now. Alright, so most of you, I'd say 99% of you, probably thought, well, the first thing you think of when you think of the Call of Duty community is you think about 12-year-olds, you think about kids, you think about squeakers, you think about annoying kids on Xbox. That's kind of the ongoing thing. Is this true? That's pretty much the part that sticks in your head. That's what you remember about the Call of Duty community. You remember they're annoying, you remember there's a lot of kids, you remember they're doing a lot of dumb shit, they're trying to quick scopes like their favorite sniping clan. That kind of stuff's annoying to adults. We don't want that on our community. That's what the Battlefield 3 elitists are saying. That's what they're saying is, we don't want that over here. Keep that shit over there. Lock them in a playpen somewhere. Make them know to school. Fuck summer break. It's the worst time ever. So what I'm saying is a bunch of the Battlefield community are afraid of their game being tainted. There's a bunch of people that do not want to come over. And I know this firsthand because when I came from Call of Duty, I was not wanted. People were making videos about me, how I was playing too aggressive. And I'll be straight honest with you. I didn't know how to play Battlefield the way Battlefielders play it. I played aggressively and didn't take objectives. I just went for kills because that's what I was used to. So with a little bit of guidance, and instead of people saying you're a faggot, go back to COD, if they would have been like, well, the Battlefield community likes when you play objective play. If I'm watching a gameplay, I'd rather see you make, 2 kills on an objective than kill 10 dudes in a row. But nobody said that. They were just like, fuck you, get out of here. Now, the point I want to make is between the communities, they're both flawed. They both have problems. And I'm not trying to point out which is worst, but look at it this way. The Call of Duty community is a bunch of annoying motherfucking people, most of which are kids. Even the adults act like children. So at the end of the day, it's mainly kids being annoying. Which, what do you expect out of kids? It's kind of what comes with it. Then on the Battlefield side of things, you got all them like, no, this is mine, go away, stay away, and then insulting everybody, insulting COD. And understand, this is a community that prides itself in being professional, that prides itself in being a good community, but you're acting like children. So what's worse, adults acting like children or children acting like children? Children you expect it from. Adults, responsible, or the people that act like they're responsible are the ones that are like, yo, go away, get the fuck away, fuck COD, all this stuff. Who's really better in the end? You gotta think about this stuff. And that's one thing that's always bothered me, is that when all these people are like, oh, we don't want this, we don't want that, we bitch and we whine, we complain, and you're adults at the end. And that's kind of what bugs me so much about these communities. At the end of the day, I'm gonna side with the kids that are harmless and they're just doing what kids do over the adults that are acting like children. So, forgive me if I don't defend the community that I love most, because I think honesty is the best thing. It's how you know I'm being real with you guys, is because the Battlefield community is just as shit as the Call of Duty community. Anyone that thinks otherwise is ignorant. You are part of the problem. So I just felt like addressing my thoughts on the community. Now, Call of Duty community is just as flawed. There's a bunch of people that honestly just do a bunch of crazy things that ruin the game. But that's also with the help of the crazy things that are actually in the game, allowing people to exploit and be crazy. But for the most part, they're two different kinds of mindsets. They're not two different kinds of games. As much as people like to say it, I play Battlefield just like I do COD, except for I actually play the objective in this one, and I don't care about the objective in COD. COD's more of a selfish type game. You play for yourself, you go for kill streaks, and generally if you win or lose, it doesn't matter, because that's COD. And Battlefield is the other side around. Everybody wants to play to win. But at the end of the day, as much as you like to think that you're better and superior players because you're actually playing as a team, trying to play and win, it's been 2 years, and I'm still getting revived 18 times in the middle of the street with a tank sitting on my face. So I'll start caring about how much better you are as players and gamers when I stop getting revived in the middle of the street left and right. So it's just one of those things. There are always flaws in a community. It just takes people to realize what's going on. Drifter did not want to post Battlefield 3 because he got pushed away. He did nothing wrong. He was a professional guy. He does his own stuff. He's basically the Call of Duty level cap. And he got pushed away because of the Battlefield 3 elitists. They were just like, we don't want you here. Go back to COD. Get out of here. And it's sad that such a nice guy that could have done so much for this community, he could have done so much for this community, so much more than I could have done. He got pushed away because you guys just didn't want your community to change. Well, guess what is changing? Whether or not you like it or not. EA's coming in. They're paying COD players. Directly bringing the rivalry over here. Do you think they care about you and your opinions of the game? No, they want their money. So at the end of the day, it's going to happen. The best thing you can do to prepare yourselves in the community is to try to help those new players come in, because there's going to be a lot of players that are just going to be killing. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to be abusing weird things. There's going to be a lot of weird things happening. Best thing you could do is try to teach them how to play the way that the community plays. So at the end of the day, I just wanted to address that. A lot of people ask me all the time. I've been streaming a lot lately. That's why I apologize for not having a Saturday video up yesterday. We did a 3-day Battlefield 3 stream. But at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. It's a question I get asked all the time. What's the worst community and stuff like that. But sadly enough, I can't pick a worst. They're both bad for their own ways. But I just wanted to let the Battlefield one know that it is flawed, instead of acting like it is the superior one, that it isn't. So that's my thought. I'm not trying to insult or piss off anybody, but that's what I see as a person that's just observing, that is a part of both, and that knows both. So leave your comment down below. Feel free to do so. Thank you guys for hanging out and watching. Be sure to click that like button if you want to. Smack your face against it gently, gently. Don't want you to hurt that mouse, your face. I don't care what you do to it, but the mouse is important. So have a good day, guys. Stay moist.